Hey love, welcome to the Sunday Soother. I've got a heart, body, very soothing meditation coming up, and it is all about calling you home because you need a pit stop, because there's been so much evolution, so much growth, and every aspect of you will be demanding, requiring some kind of just a regroup, a pit stop, can I just come and be scooped? Can I be nourished? Can I be called home? This is, if you're feeling as though, actually, I'm really tired, maybe your brain is busy, overwhelmed, lots of different themes in your life, potentially just overlapping a lot. So almost hard to create order because it's as though there are all these different things going on, and it's difficult to see how they quite slot together. That's what seems to be happening with a lot of people, that there's a couple of anchors in life and everything else is a bit flapping in the wind, and I'm not sure if I want to pin that down or let it go. I'm not sure where I want to grow into, and lots of things are uncertain. That seems to be a theme at the moment. Rachel and I did our lunar light session. We did it a bit early for July. Normally we would do it really like bang on around the new moon, or at least a few days before the new moon, but because she had to go away, we thought rather than miss it, let's do a preparatory event. And what came in for the meditation, which I've adapted and I'm gonna include for us here today, is really that need to come home into the essence of your entire being, taking into account all the things that you might need that you don't even know what they are. You know, when you just think, please, can I almost be put in a docking station, and can some other aspect just sort all of this out? Can you just replenish me, recharge me? Can some other wisdom be drawn in? And may I feel blessed and soothed and supported, and almost like just weeding things a little bit, so you can see a little bit where you're going, but without this pressure of I've got to get from A to B to C. This is definitely a time where we're being called to work out how to cope with things being a bit up in the air, how to be in that slight uncertainty. It's definitely a strange kind of year. Time is weird, and nobody is really that settled. Nobody's 5-year plan is kind of coming to fruition at the moment. It's a case of almost take it day to day or week to week. But right now the calling is you can always find a home in your heart. And the session that Rachel and I did was all around self-nourishment, calling you home, coming into that quiet, and almost just asking something within you to put the pieces back together again. But really also working with the fact that we are planting lots of seeds all the time. In the back of our minds, in our full conscious states, we are launching our desires, we are sparking our ideas, and we're thinking about the things that we're longing for, things that we'd like to experience in terms of emotions. We might want a lot more space, we want more health, we want more wealth, more peace, more calm. I mean, you name it. There's any which way you could go, and you might want all of those things, and they might seem contradictory. The energy at the moment is very contradictory, even in the weather. It's sunny and it's bright, but you might not feel like doing anything. You might feel like you just want to rest, but there's something nagging saying, no, I can't rest because I've got too much to do. I've got too much responsibility. And holding the responsibility for future hope, I think, is such a lot on our shoulders. So this meditation is a sanctuary. It's a pit stop. It's a regroup. You're not on your own. And all of these seeds that we sow, I talked about this at the session, and it's so beautiful to think about how real seeds work, that actually they just look like nothing, and we plant them and they're in the darkness and absolutely nothing visible is going on. But the first thing that happens when a seed is sown is that it has to learn how to receive. It has to absorb all the water, all of the nutrients. And at that point, again, you can't see that it's happening. But it was interesting to me that the first step is to receive. We always think the first step is to do, to give, to take action. Sometimes it's to step back and soak. So the seed will absorb everything. And again, before it starts to go, here I am with all my stuff and here's my offering, it will root down first. It will root across. It will really ground and plant itself. And I think sometimes we don't realize that we're evolving and changing and growing so much that we're rooting all the time. New lots of roots are going all the way down and across and around because we're getting ready for new shoots to come up. But it's almost like we try to do and give and put out before we've received and soaked in and rooted down. So this meditation is giving you a chance to do that rooting, and it's no effort. It's not about even designing your way forward or anything like that. It is just lie back and receive the blessing of it. So yeah, I'm gonna just let you get on with that. So get yourself somewhere comfortable. There's so much energy enriched into the words. If that's something that you're sensitive to, that you'll feel, there's lots of healing within it. And so you can put it on your headphones and head off for a walk, sit in the shade, or sit, lie, wherever you want to be. It's sent with so much love from me. I'm Lucy, and also, of course, from Rachel, who is off on some beautiful holiday and hopefully soaking her roots. So lots of love to you all.
Sometimes you'll be aware of a feeling of being pulled in a direction, but not really knowing what it is. Something within you, a rippling of agitation, a background of being unsettled. Somehow knowing that you're between places, not quite where you're going to end up next, but definitely not where you've been before. This is the feeling of your soul calling you home, calling you in, because it's time to close the doors, time to hone in, time to let yourself root down and receive. Time to allow a transformation that you haven't directed, that your logic isn't in control of, where you haven't actively mapped out the path in a conscious way. That something deeper within you has been mapping it all along. And this is the place that feels like an aspect of your brain is like the sieve when nothing stays there. Everything falls through the cracks. And another part of your brain is so enclosed and so full and so much going on. And you're seeking, and yet you're also retreating. This is what it's like when the software is updating. This is the time where we can't access, we can't get in, we can't see what's going on. So tonight in this space, please know that you are being called home, and your home is here for you. We're going to bring you into yourself, bring you into the roots of your spirit. Allow Grandmother Moon's energy that's impending, that's coming in, that's trickling, to bring this blessing for you, of allowing your home, your sense of self to just evolve and develop. Because there is this part of your highest, wisest self that is within the collective consciousness, weaving in and around the detail of what's outside of you and what's inside of you. Knowing your calling, knowing what drives you, what inspires you, what sparks you, what fuels you. But right now, compelling you to come inwards, leaving you without a sense of which next step, almost just drifting and floating, but teaching you how to find safety in that space of unknown, helping you to find your trust and your faith. And so, as you close your eyes and come home, tune in, let your body adjust, allow yourself to get comfortable, and know that you can tend to these needs at any point. Come into your breathing. The slow, gentle, long, mechanical rhythm of the breath that flows through you, that brings that life force, bringing you into your roots, to the basic core of your body, the pulsing of your heartbeat. And right now, in this moment, you don't need to know anything, to guide anything, to be any particular way. Because tonight, your previous intention, the seeds that you've sown before, the path that you've already walked, and the energy that's coming in for you right now will guide all of this, will reach you in all the places that you need it. So may your conscious mind know that it can rest, and that these words will be carried and placed into all the centers of your being, where they can begin to just germinate and root and prepare. Because humanity is evolving. You are in the midst of shift, finding a new level and a new gear, but also knowing that it is finding you. So take a breath and bring into your mind's eye, whether this is imagination and visual, whether it's just a feeling or a thought, whether it's in front of you or deep within the base of your body. Call into mind the shape of a seed, the seed that contains your essence, the seed that is ready for this next level of promise and prosperity. There is great potential in this seed. And before anything can grow, before we evolve, before we take shape, the first thing that needs to happen is that we go into that quiet calm, into the darkness that feels unknown. But this is Mother Earth holding you safe, holding you close, ready to nourish you, ready to nurture you. Sow your seed deep under the fertile soil. This seed contains the essence of your spirit. And at first it's going to look like it's doing nothing. But whilst it sits there, whilst it's placed in this sacred space, it begins by receiving. Everything starts with enabling us to receive. So may this seed represent you as we start to shift our energy and our focus into bringing in. Because your seed will start to absorb the water, will start to absorb all the nutrients that are offered, that are present, that are abundant. And you might not even be able to see or feel into that happening, because what you're experiencing just looks like nothing. But know that this miracle is taking shape, and that the water energy is emotion. Water energy allows us to be hydrated, replenished, cleansed. But it can also carry us and hold us. And it can wash away anything no longer needed, even when we don't know what that is. Imagine that outer shell allowing itself at last to just take in what it might need. That you can soften and get heavy, relaxing into the earth, deeply, heavily, because this is your time to draw in. Honor the fact that you have carried so much in your heart, so much in your mind, so much physically over the years. Responsibility of hope, responsibility of provision, of being a safe place, of providing that sanctuary for yourself and for others. You have held and you have carried and you have walked many, many, many miles. So take that load off right now. Just in this moment, just be in that seed, just observing that it is light, that it is held, that it can just let go and absorb. How easily the water goes in like blotting paper. Absorbing and opening. And this is the point at which so much is happening, yet there's so little to see. And sometimes it feels like that for us, in those moments of deep transformation and shift. Right before something happens that we see, that we can feel into, or the breadcrumb trail that we can follow, there are these times when there's just nothing. There's just space. There's just uncertainty. There's just a feeling of seeking out, but not being sure where to put the roots down. Let go and be held. You have been heard. Let yourself be so heavy in the arms of Mother Earth. As far up on the surface of that soil level, right at the top of your head, your crown, this aspect of you is opening up to that moon energy. And this is about the nourishment and the homecoming and the safety. So let this gentle blessing begin its journey as it starts to trickle into the top of your head. May it bathe the surface above you, above your seed. As the outer shell of your seed now will start to fall away, know that it's safe for it to fall away. This is how it's supposed to be. Even though sometimes we feel we have to hold ourselves together, know that it's safe to fall away. Safe to let go. Safe to allow this metamorphosis, allow this germination to continue its magic. You're ready for this. You're ready to evolve. And yet nothing is being asked of you in this moment. Quite the opposite. Breathe deep into the essence of your seed. The shell falling away and seeing this beautiful bright light inside glowing. And it's so strong, and yet also it's exposed and it's vulnerable. And that's where it's at its most beautiful. That's how it can evolve, through that vulnerability, through that unknown, through that uncertainty. And the next thing that needs to happen isn't about growing upwards, isn't about doing. It is about rooting. Your seed is going to begin to anchor itself. Those gentle ripples will start to come out through the base, going deep into the ground, knowing that it's the right thing to anchor into that which holds us, that allows us to receive that stability, that trust, that safety, and that nourishment. And we're calling in the frequency of nourishment and nurture and warmth, safety, trust. Sometimes those biggest unknowns are the ones that bring the most remarkable breakthroughs, the most beautiful transitions, the ones that move us in a way that make our lives so precious and so special. So for now, just allow those roots to start to come down and really find their way. Trusting that they do that of their own accord. You don't have to make that happen. You don't have to map that out. Your imagination might be with you, but something deep within your consciousness is doing this already. This gentle dance, weaving all the way down, deeper into the darkness, deeper into that unknown, deeper into the rich, fertile soil. Breathing in and up to that center and that little light that isn't going to become shoots just yet. Right now, in this moment, today, in this time, it begins to form a cup-like shape, to cradle that special light, to hold you as you are, and know that you are receiving into that cup from every angle, from the nutrient-rich earth, from the wisdom and the love of the moon, from the calm support of the water, and from the warmth of the fire. Sometimes our spirits need to be held in a way that means our human experience is bewildering. It's uncertain, can make us feel unsettled or lost. If and when you feel like this, know that this is a breakthrough. This is one of those times when you're called to rest, called to take stock, but mostly called to come in and trust that you'll be held. That your brain will be creating new maps, that you're getting ready to receive your new guidance and inspiration, your next step. And you are moving into the wisdom of fluency, where there is a fluidity to the way that you give and receive, like an everlasting waterfall. That this balance is something that you're calling in, something that is rooting inside you. And that right at the base of that light, deep in your creativity, this aspect of you is also connecting to your ability to trust that all that you need is within you, all the guidance you could ever need, all the calm, all the resourcefulness, that you are a born survivor and that you are wired to find your way to thriving. As sometimes we come away from all of that because we just need to come into stillness. We just need to replenish, to come home. To feel like in this moment we don't need to think our way through things. We don't have to be active within a transaction. We don't have to be in anything. It's a holding place. Somewhere to replenish and recharge, but knowing all the while that something magical is germinating. Something beautiful is becoming. that doesn't need your effort, doesn't need anything from you. You've already set the intentions. You've already connected to yourself and your knowledge, your knowing of who you are. Your soul already guides you to that which you're inspired to do, to that which draws you in. Your heart already holds you, directs you, steers you. And you give so much. You are seen and you are heard. Within this realm, you are utterly celebrated and blessed, because it is witnessed just how much you hold, and just how much you do, and just how much you think and feel and give. And a huge, huge wave of gratitude from the universe, from this oneness, from the moon herself on behalf of the whole population of this oneness, gives thanks to you for who you are and what you do and what you bring and what you carry. And the moon herself asks you to surrender. Let me hold it for you. I just want you to rest. I just want you to rest. Let this divine feminine, nurturing maternal energy of the earth and the moon together hold you. Trusting that the shoots will come up when it's time and when it's ready. But right now, heavy, let go, surrender, be given to. The blessing energy is coming in, particularly around your throat now. Your throat and your third eye and your crown. These upper chakra points, these energy centers, whereby we receive our guidance, translating that through the body. A blessing for everything that you do. And starting to introduce these new patterns, these new blueprints, because your fluency is changing. The obstacles that you've held for a long time are in the midst of breaking away. Your brain's starting to find a new map for its way through, for how to navigate, for how to give, for how to receive, for how to offer. Maybe standards are starting to shift and change. Maybe intentions, maybe old things are lifting, or barriers that you thought existed, or threats that your brain assumed were there, starting to realise that maybe they're not. And maybe it's okay in this vessel, this body, this centre of being on this earth, that you're always safe, that you always have resources, that you're always already home. You can take this centre, this gem of light within that seed, and know that it's with you everywhere you go. And that even when you can't see the map, this light shines upon it from within. Something inside you knows. So when your conscious self isn't sure, trust that there's some deep, beautiful process happening beneath the surface. And let those roots continue to grow, feel how that strength is coming in now. How that brings this wave of trust because you feel anchored and you feel held. And you know that this is a partnership. This is you. You working with everything within and everything that holds you, everything you're part of. That you can feel that established growth happening. Deep, deep, deep beneath the surface. And the exciting thing is, you don't know exactly what it's going to bring. That when the shoots do come up, when the buds are there, when they open, when the flowers start to come, you don't know what colour they'll be, what shape, how they'll smell, how they'll look, how they'll feel. But you know that something's happening. And that our life force is this gift that means we continue to find our way no matter what. Even in the darkest patches, even the deepest wave, we always find our way. May you be instilled with that truth of total trust. May you know that your faith can strengthen and that you can always come inwards for that soothing love and guidance. You can always tap in to the majestic energy of the moon or the nurturing arms of the earth, or to the sage wisdom of the rays of the sun, the steady, constant certainty. As the sun will always rise and the sun will always set. So just be with your seed right now, noticing that it will look completely different to how it did when you first laid eyes on it. Completely unrecognizable as it changes and takes form. An elaborate, beautiful dress of all these different roots. Or maybe just one central, strong, sturdy root, holding you, anchoring you. And this light, this beautiful glowing gem within that cup of the new bud, still deep under the surface, still acclimatizing and soaking up, still receiving. Maybe you were getting used to receiving. Every breath coming in is an offering to you, allowing it to come into every cell of your body. As the blessings, the energy, the calm, that which we need to be soothed by, just trickling in over the top of your head, coming and bathing you. Have faith in all the seeds that you already planted, all the intentions you already set, all the sparks of hope and desire, all the things that lit you up. They've all been launched before. They all hold their charge. They're all dancing and weaving together into this new collaboration, this new union, this next level. And you're not alone. Humanity is evolving. So many sensitives are rising. And this is what it looks like. It looks like anchoring first. It looks like learning to receive. It looks like having so much darkness that you're forced to work out how to be comfortable in it. And then you start to realize the comfort that it can bring. Even the anticipation of excitement for what it's going to gift you, for what is growing, for what's getting ready. your body, multi-dimensional, your soul, your energy centers, your physical body, responding to all the different things in our world. So lie back and receive. Imagine that sense of your vessel being open, ready to just soak up what you need. Finding your way through these waves of this is uncertain, this is unclear, but that can still feel safe. That can still be a place of deep potential. A place where everything is soaking up and rooting down. And so many of your wishes and your dreams and your hopes and your intentions, your calling, all of those parts are working together, weaving this new magic. It's just that it might be you don't know exactly how that's going to look, what's going to come about, what's just waiting to show itself to you around the corner. And that there's no pressure for you to go chasing it. There's no pressure for it to come right away. This is where you just soak up what you need. Imagine that blanket of blessings just reaching across you, soaking in wherever it needs to go, through your heart and into your body, maybe into your mind. Just breathe and be. And then sit with it as long as you want to sit. Allow your body to start bringing you back and integrating this into your day whenever you want to, whenever you're ready. Unless you want to do this right before you sleep, in which case you can just get yourself comfortable and let yourself settle down. Trust even in that which you can't yet see. Trust in the magic that brings things together in a way that we could never orchestrate just through our own imagination and logic. Breathe and be. Receive, surrender. And I just let you come back into your own space, in your own time, at your own pace.